Erling Haaland is back, and more dangerous than ever. 3 wins made the Blues confused, and the show was not enough to destroy Chelsea on the red card. The news about the warm star of Forbes today all bring a terrible dark image. The referee of the now is still as usual, still smiling and still shooting, without regret, into the opponent's net. The warm-up before the new season is complete, and the signal is sent in a stifling way, when Haarlem began the scary journey, for the whole crowd. Beware of the waking rain. And now, let's go to the grand finale with 3 wins in the Chelsea net of Arlington Haarlem this morning. The Ohio State is the place chosen for the English derby between Man City and Chelsea, in the hard-fought tournament of the summer, before the new season. Contrary to the level and style often seen in official stadiums, the only thing that was left was a few minutes. The Norwegian super pro goalkeeper, Liverpool, had the first dangerous chance to score against the English striker. Wesley Fofana, in an attempt to block the shot, collided with Erling Haaland and immediately cut the ball off. Thomas City was sent off, at a distance of only 11 meters. The Norwegian did not make any mistakes to open the score for the Manchester City's halfback. The goalkeeper, it was exactly the word used, Chester. In short, that's exactly the word used to describe Erling Haaland's endpoint victory. Only 4 minutes left, when many spectators are still waiting. The 2000-born player has been given a chance to run and eat. But according to Haaland, that's not enough. More than a minute since the opening of the Chelsea match, the fans at Ohio Stadium had to gather in a big crowd and cheer for the 24-year-old star. Too fast and too dangerous, Erling Haaland's goalkeeper has turned on the continuous mode when he continues to pass the ball neatly to the net of the Stamford Bridge owner. This time, the mistake is Moises Caicedo. In this situation, the pass is too weak. Erling Haaland, with his lightness, always running in the bloodstream, has a very quick breath. He made the owner completely pass the ball, smoothed the process to pass a goalkeeper, the Blues, and then to play against the Kligan. But the difference for Guardiola's team is to wins in just 5 minutes of the first match. The presence of Erling Haaland seems to have taken all the spotlight in the first minutes of the match. Chelsea's golden day was taken by Haaland from the very beginning, and even that dream was just the starting point. Manchester City, after moving to the second half, also had 3 wins to raise the score to 3-0 at Houskamp Hop in the 55th minute. But only a minute later, the Norwegian super slow Erling Haaland kept making people talk about him when he finished the hard trick to end the perfect match. Haaland's comeback was the end of a match between Dejani and Mazidi. In the opposite position, Haaland didn't have to face too many difficulties to once again put the ball in the net of the Blues. A few minutes later, Chelsea seemed to calm down and try harder. However, all the things that the Stamford Bridge team did were just to wins in the 59th and 89th minutes. The crossover of Ryan Sterling and Maruik, and for the individual of the brightest star of the match, Erling Haaland, he was released from the 80th match, and left a great impression on the future of the Pep Guardiola's talent. Not only the impressive hard trick, but also the statistics show the total contribution of Erling Haaland. In 80 minutes, he scored 4 goals in total. As we all know, he scored 3 goals, and the conversion rate was up to 75%. In the last match, when Mensong didn't have too many difficulties to control the game, Haaland's activity was also reduced in the penalty area. He only touched the ball 24 times, but played an extremely important role. When there was almost 1 in 3 of those situations, he touched the ball in the penalty area. This proves Pep Guardiola saw the fear of this shot when he left the ball, and had little to retreat. This has shown the strongest points that a player born in 2000 can do. In terms of the connection with the ball, due to not having to retreat to create a connection with the teammates too much, Haaland only has 13 passes, including 11 successful passes with teammates, reaching an accurate 85% accuracy. However, looking at the statistics, the most remarkable thing is the ability to fight and pressing from the start of the 24-year-old. The champion of the underdog of the Eto Manasker team lost a lot of ball in this match, especially the rebound in the defensive system. The first 2 wins against the first team Chelsea had to accept from Haaland, all had a common starting point when the attack system of Mansen was in position and put pressure on the team. This caused many difficulties for Chelsea's players, who could have moved the ball up to the right or left. Back to Erling Haaland, he always kept himself in a ready state. When the pressing was on, Haaland was the target to take the ball and seize the opponent's passive play. In general, Haaland has had 5 successful shots and shots in the past matches, a number that is not inferior to any other player in the defense system. With Quadric's winning goal and the Chinese fortuitous score of the owner, Haaland has been rated as the best player in the match. Manchester City was previously asked many questions when they had to face many defeats in the preseason. But Haaland was here, and he had the best answer for all. Hacktric had scored the 5th win of the Norwegian team in the preseason. He had also scored against Celtic and AC Milan. Each team had one win. Before the preseason against Barcelona, Haaland was injured and had to be discharged early. In the first match, Haaland left the field at the first half. Pep Guardiola, a coach, admitted that his dog had a problem with his posture. The Spanish goalkeeper revealed that the dog had a problem with his posture. Haaland felt uncomfortable and had a lot of discomfort while moving. That's why I took him out. However, just a few days after that doubt, Haaland was back to his best form, with a quick recovery and a great lead in the London Capital's representative. With this result, it can be considered a perfect run for Man City and Erling Haaland. Before entering the new season, which will start with the Super Cup in England, which will take place in about a week from now, with the Manchester United club. In the final stage of last season, there were some doubts about Haaland's ability to play in big matches. With the stability of this forward, or the backup of the citizen has been captured. Despite that, the first line of the Olympic gold medalist, Erling Haaland, still knows how to assert himself. It's just a friendly match, but it can be considered a heavy dose of drug to prepare for the next goal. And with Erling Haaland, it seems that the Nau's top back is ready to tear down all the defenses in this country.